I'm sure Furlan will be wanting to go back at Gench tonight.
Off we go. Leicester in green, Leinster in blue. Gibson Park. And then Ross Maloney, Dubliner, who started every Champions Cup game this season. Purposeful Leinster shirt at start. Sexton. Ringrose gets it away, but it's been stolen by Ashton, however. Leicester offside. Mattioli signals a Leinster penalty. Well, it's a game to get us all going. The kind of day, weekend when this tournament comes alive.
And I think particularly, Benny, as Leicester aren't committing a huge amount of players to those rucks. They're a team who like to have 14 guys on their feet.
Now then, how about this? Conan Hayes, Van der Fleer, nearly there, is there? Leinster have been fizzing over the last 5 minutes, and now they have their reward. Josh Van der Fleer with the first try.
With the long placement of the ball.
Thank you.
A great start for the away side.
Johnny, you're moving forward and then you go back. So, yeah, but stay on the line, okay? Thank you.
And it's a 7 points. Gibson Park to Sexton, popped up to the now shaven-headed Andrew Paulson.
Okay.
Gathered in by Ringrose, a swirling threat continues. Leinster hunting a second. Maloney. Porter. Cole hangs on. Leinster that close. Conan driving them that close. Porter's there. Ryan is there. Furlong picks up. Oh, Leicester offside. Free ball. Henshaw! The power, the poise, and the pure European quality being shown all over the park by Leinster right now.
Really quick. They're committing men to those breakdowns to recycle it as fast as they can.
And Leinster lead 17-0. That's a tough one. Forward slip. Stewart takes the job.
It's a turnover.
Yeah,
Gibson Park does really well over that. And
2 minutes to half-time, Leinster by 20. Chesham, short line out, Leicester gather round, fold in, drive. Leinster have done so well to hold this up to this point, but this looks more menacing. This looks a little bit more like it for Leicester and for Montosha. Ball was taken down legally. Young's fishing for it. Gench almost folds in half before the tackles came in from Leinster's defence. Liebenberg. Rafael working hard over the top. Callum Green, Nandolo immediately getting his hands dirty. Visa not far away. Gench even closer. Youngs, and now Ford over the top. Ashton. The sharpest tool in Europe's box gets another. This time for Leicester, much needed in these parts.
Passage of play, initially the drive's good. Leinster do stop it, but Leicester managed to keep the ball alive at the back. And then a couple of big carries. This one from Gench is really good. And look at Ashton at the bottom of your screen, calling for the ball on that drift line. He can see that his defender has to step in, and he just wants to drift on the pass, and Ford finds the perfect ball for him to slide in the corner.
it's a lovely pass from George Ford, and it's also nice to see that. It's really pleasing to see that they're not panicking. And that's a superb kick from the touchline from George Ford, and it's going back on here. George Ford moving to that blind side now. He realises that there's a lot of space there.
They go the other way instead, and Conan, 5 metres short, stopped. Gibson Park, and Wigglesworth has gone offside, so a Leinster penalty.
Idea of watching the game as a player and moving over to being a spectator, I suppose, because I was always at the back of the field, you're looking at it from a very different perspective. You're not always in the thick of the action.
What of Nick Dolly? Wells calls for it, gets it.
Just those little details wrong, the desperation to get in there. Don't quite get the transfer of the ball right, so that means they've got to reset and start again.
Porter, meantime, shifting to the left-hand side, should this ball see some air. No great expectation that it will for the time being, particularly with Dolly and his big mates driving towards the line in the fashion that they are. Familiar position for Dolly. He's scored a bagload of tries this season, and he's got another. A chance to exercise the vocal cords for the folks down below us, and a little hint of what might come for Leicester over the next few seasons when they've got a bit more Champions Cup experience.
From Leinster, that jeopardy's gone, and as a result Dolly gets over, but
Leinster digging hard for ball that they think might be there. It's still loose. Oh, and Leinster have won it back, and they might have one more try before the end, but Rossburn says we've done enough. And Leicester, the class act in the English Premiership this season, beaten by a class act in Europe, reminded of just what will be necessary over the next few years to turn these quarter-finals into semi-finals and maybe into finals. Johnny Sexton and his crew know how to do it, and the two teams who've won this tournament more than anyone else down the years, Leinster and Toulouse, will get together again in Dublin next weekend to decide who will be travelling to Marseille for the final. Leinster very, very impressive, particularly in that first half. Final score at Welford Road, Leicester 14, Leinster 23.